we have been speaking about collections in the context of museums, a little bit of gallery, definitely in private collections. In each of those spaces, the artworks are on exhibit, right? I mean, if they're not in storage, the purpose is for these to be used, to be seen, admired. And I'm wondering, because you've operated in all of these spheres, what makes an exhibition truly impactful beyond just, like where it is, design and content? Is there a way or a through line that you see of impactful exhibit, whether it's in a private collection or in a gallery or in a museum?
I mean, all exhibitions are generally, important. There's so much that goes into that process, right? Just everything from obviously the curation to the artist's work to the installation. So, they'll take a lot of work to to put on. And even the most simple ones actually can sometimes be the most complex. But I think how I would define sort of that is, I'd say return visits. It's sometimes people come through and they may just see it once and then they realize, wow, that was amazing. I want to go see it again, right? It's that ability to continue to engage and discover new things that keep you coming back to an exhibition. I think to me, that's a true sign of like, hey, somebody really thought about this and wanted to get people to continue to ask questions and continue to come back again and again. Sometimes it's just the name of the artist, right? Like, worked on a Warhol exhibition and that was just like, oh, everybody hears Warhol and they're like, they flock to it. But to me, some of my favorites have always been sort of more interactive in a way that you can kind of like, you feel like you're walking through the artwork. It definitely makes you question the artist's process and think about, what they're thinking about when they go on to create these works. There was a art artist, Gareth Wynne Evans. I can't remember if he's Scottish, English, but just produces some beautiful light-based and sound-based works. And to me, it was such a exciting concrete fire pit to one of my favorites, acquiring live animals for an exhibition. There can be some crazy things, but I think it's always fun for me to be part of that process, because then you're like, oh, wow, we get to actually work together to make something happen. It's not just work showing up and we put them up on the wall. So,
Oh, that's special. Yeah, it almost disrupts the normal flow that we were talking about, that art is created in an artist studio, and then maybe it'll go to a gallery, then maybe to a museum, collector, back to museum, whereas this is being created in a museum.
right.
Oh, how engaging. And I'm sure, our visitors, if the galleries are still open at that time, just the impact of seeing something being built in the space is probably enough to get someone to come back to see it when it's all created.
Exactly. No, that is very true. You're like, wait a minute, you got to, get this little window into that process, and so